All right, everybody, we're going to go live here in 1 second. We've got the training going, but we're going to go live across a couple of our platforms here. So let me just go live here. Okay, give me 1 second, everybody, and we're going to go live. All right, here we go. Okay, let's see. All right, everybody, welcome into the live training. Let me see what we got here. I want to make sure we can do this. Okay. All right, everybody. So, welcome into live training. Welcome into the Wednesday edition. If everyone can put a one in the chat if you're new to Dubb, two if you are returning, that would be fantastic. So, one if you're new to Dubb, two if you're returning, that would really be helpful. And just want to make sure. Let's see. Oh, we got a one. Hey, Joe, welcome. Let's see. Let me pop over to you, Joe. If you want to say hello, I'm going to allow you to talk here. If you want to say hi,
Hey, can you hear me all right?
yeah. How you doing, Joe?
I'm good. I'm good.
Joe, can you see me okay?
Yeah,
Visual?
great.
See me? Okay, cool. Just because we're streaming live across some of our platforms and just want to make sure we're sharing the right stuff. So I might
Yeah.
say, hey, you guys can see my screen, right? So what brings you our way, Joe?
Um, Kind of tasked with a challenge. I'm familiar with Salesforce, right? And it's that might be the not the right thing to say on this call, but what we're trying to balance out is I work for a base company that's out of Frankfurt, and we're doing a rollout in U.S. market,
Yeah,
and we're trying to find a consistent pattern on here because the German way of doing things is not always uh, the most traditional or the best ways, right?
yeah.
And
Yeah.
so I'm trying to get a working set that we can use for all our follow-up campaigns and as our primary platform with CRM with Dubb. That's the goal.
So you're using Salesforce before and you're thinking about using Dubb instead?
I'm trying to show them that it's going to be easier to roll out the campaigns and be more tactical with it.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
it's really over the years we've seen, if people love their CRMs, like if they have everything set up in Salesforce or Go High Level or HubSpot or Follow Up Boss, whatever it is, if they love it and they want to keep it, you can just add video. But if you want to be able to kind of, cut down the good old tech stack and just use one thing, then you can do that as well. So.
Yeah, I think the video thing is probably the more important piece because everybody's so goddamn afraid to make a phone call, you know?
Yeah, it's different now. A lot of the times when you get a call, you're like, hey, if I don't if it says scam likely on it, but the sad part is when it says scam likely, it's probably sales likely. Someone's trying to just get a hold of somebody. That's the hard thing. But we find that with the videos in particular, as long as you have, and I'm going to cover this in a second, but as long as you have a good hook, you know what you're going to say, you have a good reason for reaching out, you want them to take an action. These are all things that really lead into people hearing you, seeing you, trusting you, that kind of that whole thing. It's just where you putting them, in your strategy, how you dropping them in there. So for you, the folks that you're reaching out to, is there a lot of LinkedIn outreach? Is it email stuff? Like what's kind of the outreach?
So our channel, it's like we don't go to end user direct,
Hmm.
right? It's wholesale. So
Yeah.
what we're trying to do is have a more effective comm use on there. So this is for trade show follow up, and then just to be able to document it inside of our platform because
Mm.
it's just not consistent. Because think about it, if I in my vertical being that we do data centers, hospitals, banks,
Yeah.
they have a traditionally uh, steered environment from an integrator, and
Hmm.
so it's a different storyline to tell. So uh,
Yeah.
that's I don't know.
Well, the good thing is when you do these, we talk about this a lot with Dubb, is the preset landing pages in terms of having different preset landing pages for different parts of your audience because the message being different. So for what you're doing, that would definitely work well. And I'll cover that when I'm going through everything, but just to being able to segment the audience with the different messaging, you know? Yeah.
Right.
Cool. Well, good to meet you, Joe. Thanks
Good to
for
meet
uh,
you.
thanks for coming in. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
And if you have any questions, pop them in the chat and we'll kind of
Please.
address them to work our way
Thank you.
through. Let's see. Rod, welcome back, my friend. I saw you. Jai, welcome back. Anyone else new here? If we can put a one in the chat, that would be great. Emmett, welcome back, my friend. Yeah, the real estate recording, to answer your question, the real estate training will be recorded and it'll be put on YouTube. Typically, we load those up, I think within the same day or the next day. It's the team, as long as the team does a quick edit, and then we'll get it out there. We might be going live on those too. I'm not too sure yet, but we'll keep you updated on it. So everybody else, welcome back. And again, if you're new, if you don't mind, please put a one in the chat. That would be awesome. It's always good to know who's new and who's returning. Some of the names I always remember. Some are like, hey, you look familiar, but I'm not too sure. So what we're going to basically do, and to everyone out there listening in the live streaming world, we do these trainings every day, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. PST. And what I'm going to do now is run through the basics of Dubb, talk about use case stuff, which works really well for different industries, and just understand the basic understanding of how we do these kinds of things. I want to make sure, Joe, can you still hear me, Joe?
Yes, sir.
Joe, I'm going to use you here for a second. Watch this.
Sure. Go
So I
for
want
it.
to make sure when I share my screen, you tell me if you can see what's on my screen. You ready? Sorry, here we go. Because I want to be able to switch. We're doing this live broadcast, and I want to make sure that everybody can see what I want them to see. So let me do this. So boom. Okay. Can you what do you see now, Joe? What do you see?
Your hairline.
Do you see the screen? Do you see the tabs or anything? Do you see anything on
Nope.
the screen?
Nope.
No?
Mm-mm.
My screen and audio. Let me make sure I have the right one pulled up because I want to make sure that you can see this. Okay. So let's see, present. Hmm. Choose a different tab. Sorry guys, give me 1 second here. Let's see. Hmm. So what are you seeing now, Joe? What do you see? Tell me.
Your face.
Just me? Still me?
Yep. Yep.
Weird. All right, let me see. I am confused about where to go on here. So when I click add to stage here, what are you seeing now? Do you see like an infinity screen? What do you kind of see? Nothing, huh? Just me?
Nothing. Just you.
Ah, man. All right, this is disappointing. Okay. So let me get out of here. Hmm. Okay. We're gonna do this. What do you see now, Joe?
Just you.
Okay. All right. We are gonna end the stream because this unfortunately did not work out today. So we're going back old school. I'm gonna share my screen here, and here we go. All right, now you should definitely be able to see stuff, right, Joe?
Yep.
Okay. So anyone out there in the live, sorry out there. That's the way it goes. All right, so let me share here. So with Dubb, this is one of the biggest things you want to focus on. You want to make sure that when you're sending a Dubb video, what does it look like? So we have a lot of different ways we record Dubb videos. So this way is recorded right from the webcam. There's a hook on my phone. I have the Dubb mobile app on my phone that I'm holding up. So I'm recording from the webcam, have the Dubb mobile app, and when I say, "What's your hook?" that's where I would type that message. This is one of the most straightforward ways you can communicate with something. Now, that what you're seeing here, this repeating 3 seconds, that's the animated video GIF preview. So the animated preview is going to be the first 3 seconds when you hit record. Now, the first 3 seconds you can change later in editing. You know, you can slide it to a different part of the video if you want to, but to be efficient, when you hit record with Dubb, the first 3 seconds is going to repeat. So we want to make sure there's context and we have a hook. So before we can start recording, to figure out what our hook is, in here inside the Dubb dashboard, we have Auto, which is our AI assistant in here. And the AI assistant has a little area where you can ask it some questions. So you can ask it about Dubb, you can ask it anything you want. It's pretty much like the OpenAI for ChatGPT, Gemini, all the other ones. So what you want to type in here is give the AI your ICP, your ideal client profile, who you're reaching out to, why you're reaching out, and say, I would like 20, you can say 20, 25 to 6 word hooks that are going to make someone want to click on my video, but it's related to the ICP of your clients. So you want these hooks, these intro hooks. And then when the AI gives it to you, give it a little human pass and then decide which one you want to type on the little whiteboard there. So that's one way to do this because you have to have a hook first. There's got to be some kind of value question statement that they're going to want to click on this thing. And then when you're sending these out, as a reminder, you always want to have the word video in the subject line. It's rare that people see that word. And then you want to have the hook in the subject line itself. So this subject line hook and the hook right here should be very similar or mirrored with one another. Now, the thing is, when someone sees this, they're like, oh, wow, cool, great, I want to click on this. Boom, they click on it. They're brought to a customized landing page that we call a preset. Now, these presets are pretty amazing because you can really specify and make them very specific. So there we go. So the preset is here. Now, when someone lands here, it's all about the experience. So you want to have your logo to the top left, the video you recorded, playlist videos are going to play right after the video that you've recorded here, and they will run right into the next one. So these initial videos should always be, short, 30 to 40 seconds. Get right to the point, drop the value that you talked about. And then the playlist should have a video you record one time, basically your pitch video, why someone should go with you, your product or services, and it will always play right after the video that you've initially created. So that way you can really focus on that person or that group you're reaching out to. And secondarily, it'll be about you and your background and why someone should go with you. If you have video testimonials, this is a really nice spot to have them in your playlist. And then below here, you have your buttons. What do you want someone to do when they're done watching the content? Do you want them to click a time in your calendar? Do you want them to visit your website? Do you want them to download a document, a listing agreement, a contract? Do you want them to fill out a form? Do you want them to check out a case study or review? So if you have multiples down here, go in order of importance from left to right. Now, if you don't have video testimonials and you want a really convenient way to get them, this is what a lot of Dubb users have done over the years. There's a little button down here called Reply with Video. So what you can do is send someone a video and you just have a nice heartfelt ask. Hey, this is Rob. Listen, thanks so much for using Dubb. Would love to get a video testimonial from you. All you need to do is click reply with video below and let me know what have you enjoyed about the platform. And then they'll send you the video. You'll get a little notification inside of Dubb that you got a video reply. And then all you do is just add it to your playlist right here. And then you're good to go. Now, over here to the right, you have your AI assistant. So this is not a necessity. You don't have to have this on the page, but having an AI assistant on there has been really good feedback from us since we added it about a year and a half ago. So when you're on the landing page here, if you're down here and you're like, do I want to, I'm not sure if I want to take the next step. I got questions. So over here to the right, you can create up to 20 FAQs. Three of them will show. And you can also click in here and ask a question. And you also, the AI, once it gives the answer, is going to push for your desired outcome. So once that happens, it's going to say, here's your answer. Boom. Now let's go to the next step. So it keeps the momentum going. And to educate this AI, you can do it in two ways. One, you can enter individual website pages inside of Dubb. So it will physically learn what's in text on those pages. And then you also can upload a PDF. So you can do one of two or both, and then the AI becomes educated on what you want it to know, and it helps you move things along. Now, these landing pages, these preset landing pages, like I was mentioning at the top, should be for different parts of your audience. So if I was in recruitment, as an example, and I worked with employers and candidates, I would want to have one for employers and one for candidates. Same thing with real estate, buyers, sellers, same thing with insurance, mortgage, coaching, consulting, finance, whatever it is. If there's a segment in the audience and the message is different, have a separate preset landing page for those folks. And when you're on a paid plan with Dubb, we have the team meet you in Zoom and we help you set up the buttons, the pages, and everything. So, and everything's also tracked. So if someone clicks on an email, they get here on the page, they're clicking on the buttons, they're interacting with the AI, they're watching the video, all of that's tracked so you have that good information so you can follow up in a really smart way. Now, the other styles to record, this is just one style right here from the director webcam with this. That same webcam, you also can put a virtual background behind you. So you can have someone's profile like you see right here. If you were in real estate, you could have a property behind you like this right here. You can drop a screenshot of the property, have the description of the address right there as well. So you can do a virtual background from the webcam where it can be a website thing, whatever you want to show. You can have just that, or you can have that and hold up the whiteboard as well with an additional question, statement, whatever you'd like, because it takes it a little deeper. They have something behind you and you're asking something right there, which is pretty neat. You also have screen recording options. So there's something like this called the Dubb Chrome extension, which is a browser-based screen recorder. So if you Google Dubb Chrome extension, it puts a little button up here at the top, and it enables you to put yourself on top of any website that you'd like to. And you can walk someone through whatever you want to walk them through. So as we can see right here, this is a real estate market update. You can see I have the little arrows pointing at the bubble, but you'll notice inside the bubble, I have that whiteboard with an additional message. It's not a necessity that you do that. You could be waving and pointing, and that stuff has worked over the years. But if you want to take it a little bit deeper, I know it's a market update, but there's been a big change in the market. or whatever industry you're in and whatever you're showing, what's that additional message is going to make them want to click? We also have a mobile app, and the mobile app does a lot of stuff. You can have a virtual background behind you. You can have text on the screen, so I can take a screen grab, have it right behind me like this. I also, the hook we talked about, what's your hook? I can type that above my head, below, any font you want, color, size, move it around. You're able to do that. You also have the ability to do this, which is picture in picture. Really good for real estate folks who are doing property walkthroughs. They're able to show what's in front of them and be on the screen. It's really good for live events too. If you're live in a crowd and you're showing stuff, you're able to do that. You can even pull up a website on your computer, grab your phone, and start recording and leaning in. And that's kind of a cool way to show it. You could also, if you wanted to, if you had someone in person and you had a video testimonial, you had someone sitting in front of you, you could record them, use this, and you're on the same screen asking them a question as they're answering. So it's pretty neat. So these are all the different kind of styles you can do. We even have a desktop app, which is a screen recorder, different than the Chrome, because the desktop app is like a drone that flies over everything. So you'll notice here I am zoomed in on the website that I'm showing, and I'm using the annotations. So you can get very specific with the desktop app. So I'll show the difference between those two in a little bit. But let's start with the basic one here. How do we record right from our webcam to do something like that? So what we're going to do is we're going to go inside Dubb, and at the top of the dashboard here, we're going to click the red camera icon, and then it's going to open up just like this. And when it opens up, how would we get the whiteboard on our phone that I was holding up? So you're going to get the Dubb mobile app on your phone, and when you have the Dubb mobile app, this is what you're going to do. Once you have the app opened, here it is. You're going to click on this little button up here at the top in the corner, that little square with the person. When you select that, that's where you're going to type. And that's all I did before is I just typed the hook. Here, type it, turn it, and then you have it just like this. And if you want to have the virtual background behind you, just go below, select virtual background, and then go to your photos. And when you go to your photos down here, this is where you're going to upload any of the screenshots that I mentioned earlier. Properties, websites, profiles, articles, actions that people took, whatever it is, load it into here. And then in here, you just choose whatever one you want, click select. And then when that happens, you're going to be able to drop it behind you just like this. Now, when you're using the virtual background, make sure you have a good ring light or natural light or whatever you want, as long as you're lit well. I would keep your arms within your shoulders. I wouldn't go outside like this to kind of get a little soupy in here. I would stay right within here if you want to do that. Now, you also have as an option here to use a teleprompter on any recording option with Dubb. So to use a teleprompter, you have to have a script saved inside of Dubb first. So what you can do is you can click up here. I can go right here. If I click create new script, it's going to take me right inside of Dubb and I can add a script right in here. Just click save and close. So as long as you have a script saved inside of the Dubb platform, you can access it right up here at the top. You can scroll or you can put the title of the script in like this, just like that. And then from right here, you can control the speed up or down. You can hit the play button. You can back the text off, or you can zoom it in. And then when I hit record, it would be something like this. So I'm going to hold up this here. I'm going to hit record. I'm going to get a 3, 2, 1 countdown, and here we go. Hi, this is Rob from Dubb. We are the sales operating system. We use video, automation, and contact management to create connections, conversations, and conversions. And I can hit the pause button, stop the recording if I want to take a break, click it again to resume and keep going. Click the X if you want to delete the video. It will always ask you, are you sure you want to do this? And if you want to save this video into Dubb, it's the blue check mark right here. And if you want to close the teleprompter, just tap it and close it. So this is one of the most straightforward, basic ways you can communicate. With this here, have the virtual background behind you, use both. Both are really effective. Teleprompter is great if you want to be very succinct in what you're saying. So I'm going to click the check mark here, and it's going to save it into Dubb. Now, anytime you save a video into Dubb, it's going to take you to the video edit page inside of the platform. And once you're here, this is where you can do some things. So I'm just going to select a different video just because that's still transcoding. But when you save it in here, here's what you can do. So at the top here, you can click the pencil icon and you can change the title internally to whatever you'd like to change it to. Click the check mark and it'll save it. You also can click the little MP4 button right here and download an MP4 version of any video you save into Dubb. Over here to the right, you can preview in a separate tab what this video looks like on a preset landing page. So if I select this button here, it opens up a new tab. There it is. I'm like, great, I got the buttons I want. I got everything set up. Cool, looks great. Now, when I go back over here, I have a little drop down menu that if I select this, see how there's a check mark and it says Rob's preset? This is my default preset landing page. So anytime I record a video, that background that you just saw with those buttons, those playlists, that setup, that will always automatically be attached. Unless I change it to a different preset background if I wanted to change it, which I can do right here. I also can choose a QR code. Every Dubb video has a QR code. So if you're in real estate and you're doing an open house and someone's in there and they're leaving, they scan it. You can say, hey, thanks for coming to the open house. If you want to see similar properties, all you have to do is click below, something like that. If you're doing physical mail marketing, you have door hanging stuff or stuff in the mail, you can make a fun video like, hey, thanks for pulling me out of the mail stack. Hi, something like that. If you're doing live events, you could have that QR code as a placard on your desk or table or booth, whatever you have. Or if you're walking around, you could create a video beforehand. You meet someone, they scan the QR code, and then you could have a pre-made video saying, it was great meeting you at the event. You can click below to stay in touch or whatever you want them to do. Now, also, you have this here, this little button on the page where you can upload this directly to your YouTube channel if you have a YouTube account. You also have an analytics tab. So right here is called Kyra. This is our AI digital coach right here. So when you click generate after you've recorded a video, it will give you feedback on delivery analysis, on content, on visuals. So it gives you a non-biased feedback right away once you've recorded something, if you want that. And then over here to the right, you have activity like I talked about before. When you send this video out, are people clicking on the buttons? Are they opening the emails? Are they taking action? Are they watching the video? And if they're watching the video, what's the watch percentage? 10, 50, 100%? What is it? Because it helps you with that follow-up. You also have a details tab here, and this details tab is going to remind you, hey, these are the buttons below your video. This is the AI sales assistant you have on the page. And this is the playlist videos that are going to play after the video you've created. Now you can change these right here if you want to, add some or delete them. And if you sent this video out to somebody, but you forgot to change one of these buttons, you just forgot to do it and you already sent it, you can still make these changes and it will retroactively adjust on the other side. You also have an editing tab. So inside of Dubb, when your video is saved, you can hit the play button. You can drag your timeline right down here. So you can drag this thing to whatever point you want to cut something out. Let's just say it's this point right here. Click the scissor icon, splits the clip. Drag it to the second cut point, splits the clip. And now you've got three pieces. And whatever is highlighted in orange is the one when you hit the trash can, it deletes it and then you just click save. Or if you want to bring stuff back, don't hit save, click undo, 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 and you're right back to where you started. We also have this design tab. So like I was mentioning in the beginning, when you hit record with Dubb, the first 3 seconds are going to repeat. But you can change that right here. You can drag this to a different part of the video if you like it better visually, and then click generate thumbnail, or you can upload your own thumbnail. But again, to be efficient, it's really nice to know when you get ready and you hit record, you're ready to go. You don't have to worry about doing that because you have what you want when you're starting the video. So we recorded a video, we saved it into Dubb, we have it on a landing page, we got our buttons, we got everything. Now we just want to send it. So to send it, you're going to open up an email. And when you open up a compose, I have a little template saved in here. You're going to have the word video in the subject line, first thing that they read. Then you're going to have that hook we talked about. Then you have a little bit of text, and then you're going to drop the video in. So to drop the video in, you can do it in two ways. So inside the video platform in here, there's always a big blue share and send button next to any video that you select. So when I click this here, all I need to do is drop the email in of the person I'm sending it to. I could add a little personalization text, which is a little banner at the top if I want to. You don't have to, but you can. Click copy for email, and then it's just a copy and paste, just like this. Now you also can send it in a different way. There's a little shortcut. So inside Gmail here, you're going to notice a little Dubb button right down over here. And in Outlook's 365, it's off to the right. But this little Dubb button is a shortcut. And the reason it's there is because you have the Dubb Chrome extension screen recorder, which we're going to look at in a second, pinned up here at the top, right here. So when you have that and it's logged in, this little button shows up. So when you select it, now it opens up the recorder, which we're going to use in a minute. And I'm scrolling through my video library, like you see me doing right now. So just find the video that you want. Let's just say it's this one, right? Let's just say it's this one. Click Advanced Options, and then all you have to do is just put the person's email in, add a little personalization text if you want to, and just click Insert, and it will pop it in just like you see it right here. Now, as far as screen recording goes, that we looked at earlier, this one right here, how would we record something with the Dubb Chrome extension on top of a website? And it can be on any website that you want. This one here is a market update. We're going to look at LinkedIn. So let's say I wanted to reach out to someone on LinkedIn. I'm going to click the Dubb Chrome extension button up here at the top. It's going to open up and it's going to put me directly on the page right here. Now, the thing you want to think about when you're doing this is size, shape, and placement. So, placement, where should I put myself? Well, I want to put myself right next to Ruben because I'm going to be right here next to him. But you want to think about whatever website you're on, what's a cool spot to put yourself visually? Then you want to think about size. So, what size do I want to be? Well, I don't want to be too big because I don't want to cover everything. So, I'm probably going to go like this. Then you want to think about your shape. Do I want to be square, rectangle, phone, circle? Just kind of fit the aesthetic of the page. He's in a circle, I'm going to stay in a circle. And then you can zoom yourself in. If you want a tighter frame, you can back yourself up if you want to. You can move yourself around inside the bubble here. You also can jump to full screen. If you want to jump to full screen, go back to the page. You also can turn your camera off right over here. You can turn it off and do an audio walkthrough. You can use your headshot if you'd like to. But when you are live, I kind of think it is the best. And you can even put a virtual background behind you inside here if you want to do that. You also have an annotation tool to point things out that we're going to use in a second. You even have a teleprompter that you can use here. Now, this teleprompter is a little bit different than the one you saw before. This one, you can manipulate the sides like this, and you can physically move this wherever you want to move it to. So I'm going to put mine towards the camera at the top. And this one, little nuance here, because the Dubb Chrome extension is browser based, you don't want to go full screen on your browser if you're going to use the teleprompter, because if you do, it's going to hide it and you won't physically be able to see it or click on it. So if you're going to use the teleprompter, leave a little bit of a gap, click Start Recording, tap it, and it brings it forward to hit record. Now you have three orientations to record here. You have camera, which opens up like a webcam. You have tab, which means when I hit record, it's going to be a nice clean cut of the tab that I'm on. It won't show any of the tab mess at the top. And you have screen. Screen will get your whole computer screen, and that's good to use if you ever wanted to, like, if I was telling Ruben, hey, Ruben, I want to show you this website. And then I was going to click on one of the tabs at the top, the bubble would go over to the other tab and it would get the whole screen. I usually use tab because I like to focus on the page that I'm on, but it's totally up to you. Last part of this, I'm going to add my additional message right here, like we were doing before. So I'm going to hit record over to the right, start recording. I'm going to share my tab. There it is right there. I'm going to click share. I get my 3, 2, 1 countdown, and here we go. Hey, Ruben, what's going on? Listen, I want to reach out to you because I did not know that not only do you do tech, you're an author. I didn't know that. I want to read your book. So I did my whole 3 seconds. I had the smile and I'm holding this here. That's going to be the repeating image you would see. And then I jump to full screen. It's not a necessity that you jump to full screen. I kind of like to do it to break the visuals. But whenever you're on a recording and you're walking someone through something and you want to make a point, jumping to full screen is kind of cool to kind of take their attention for a second. So to do that, you can do it in a couple ways. One, you can hover over your mouse like this and you can double click, brings you here, double click to go back. You also can click this little button right in here with your mouse, click it here, and then click right here to go back. You also can click on their control bar down at the bottom where it says expand webcam, click that there, and then click this again to go back to the page. You also can scroll around while you're recording if you want to, be very free flowing. If you want to be a little more regimented, you hit the pause button, take a break, click it down the bottom, take a break for a second, say, okay, where am I going next? Good. And then click resume. The annotation tool over here at the left, you can use, you can do underlining, you can do arrows on the screen, you can do text on screen if you'd like to. You also can put things in numerical order of importance if you want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can draw on the screen, circles, whatever you want. And all of the annotations are going to stay sticky. So if you continue down and want to keep talking and doing, they're not going to follow you. Now, if you're reaching out on LinkedIn, this is a really cool original way to do it. If you're showing market updates, if you're sharing a website, whatever industry you're in, and you want to be on top of a website and walk someone through something in a detailed manner, this is a nice way to do it. So again, I'm going to click the check mark like we did before, and it's going to save this into the Dubb platform. So it's going to bring us to the video edit page where we just were before. Now, if I want to share this video that I just recorded with Ruben, how would I share it? So back over here, you want to make sure you're connected with someone first. So I want to make sure I'm connected with Ruben. And then once I'm connected with him, I want to click the message button down here. And you're going to notice a little Dubb button pops up down here in the bottom. This is the integration we have with LinkedIn. So it's a shortcut like we saw before. So when I click this, it's going to open up the Chrome. There's our video, right, to the bottom right. We click insert, and then I can highlight this text right here and change it to whatever I'd like to change it to. Click send, and then Ruben's going to see that nice animated GIF as opposed to a text-based message inside of his inbox. Now, there's another kind of screen recorder that we can use. It's called the Dubb desktop app. So I'm going to show you the difference right now between Chrome that you just saw, the Dubb Chrome extension, and the desktop app. So you're going to Google Dubb desktop app, download it for Mac or PC. And on a Mac, it'll be up here at the top with the little D symbol. And at the bottom, I think it'll be down at the bottom on a PC. And you'll have these options here. Just go right here and click View Quick Menu. When you go here, it brings everything up in a little separate spot here. I'm going to click Record Screen. So now I'm going to show you the difference between what we just looked at and the desktop. So first off, with the webcam, it does all the same stuff you just saw. Size, shape, all the stuff, all the same. You have the annotation tool right here. Does all the same annotations. The only difference is when you use the annotations on the desktop app, they will not stay sticky. They will stalk you down the page. So you want to use them, delete them, and then move. Now, with the teleprompter right here, similar to the Chrome, where you can move it around wherever you want to move it around to. But when you have a script that you find, one of the first options you have here is called auto track, which is voice recognition. So voice recognition means if I hit record and I start talking, it's going to go at my pace. But I can click that and close it and change it to auto scroll like this. So if you like the scroll version with the speed, you can do that. Or you can click it closed and use the voice recognition part of it. Now, for the recording itself, this is what's pretty cool about the desktop app. So down here on the control panel, there's a little red slash that runs through this square right here. What that means is if I was going to hit the red record button, it would get my entire computer screen. If I click this red slash and get rid of it, now I have a drop down of choices in terms of the border of what I'm recording. Right now it's on portrait. So this is, you can literally do a social video right from your desktop. So just put it on top of whatever you want, website, video, Canvas slide, document. You're not beholden to the browser. You can put it on top of anything. And then you can put yourself right inside here, line it up how you want to line it up, and you have it ready to go. You also can do landscape. So this is the YouTube orientation right here if you have a YouTube channel and whatever's inside the blue walls that will record. You also can do custom. So custom's pretty cool because you can crop around what you want to crop around. So you get very specific in terms of what you want someone to see. Now the last part is the recording part. So when I hit record, as I'm doing right now, I get the 3, 2, 1 countdown, and now I'm recording. Now I can pause and resume this recording, but the check mark is the big difference here. So as we've seen before this, when you click the check mark, it saves it into Dubb, but not with the desktop app. When you select the check mark here, it's going to open up a preview window and it's going to say, hey, you've just recorded a clip. So the desktop app is a clip recorder, where the Chrome extension before this is one video you pause and resume and save. This records in clips. So the cool thing about clip recording is you put a bunch of clips together, you merge them into one video, and then you save it into the platform. And it gives you the ability to drag and drop videos from your computer and make it part of the story. Because like we said before, any video that you save into Dubb has an MP4 version you can download. So it just has to be an MP4 file you can drop in here. Now, I just recorded a screen video, right? So how do I keep going here? I got one clip. How do I keep going? So what I would do is I would click the bottom left. There are 3 creative icons to continue recording in this window down to the bottom left. The one all the way to the left says record screen video. That's the kind of style I just did. So I'm going to click that to go back to where I was. And I could have pulled up a different tab and a different thing I wanted to show on my screen. Hit record. And now it's going to be in the same style that I recorded the other one, which is a screen recording. I'm going to hit the check mark again, and there is the second clip that I've recorded. And I can physically move these clips in any order that I would like. And I can click the 3-dot menu and download or delete each individual clip. So if I love one but don't like the other one, I can keep the good one, get rid of the other one. And I don't have to record in order, which I really like. You can record out of order if you want to. Now, down here in the bottom left, you have another creative choice in terms of how to record. That's record with the webcam. So if I select that, now it's going to open up my webcam. I'm going to hit record. I'm going to get my 3, 2, 1 countdown. And here we go. And I'm recording a clip that visually looks different. Maybe I want to talk directly to the person. Maybe I say, hey, thanks for watching this video. Click below, whatever you want to do. Check mark. And then there is that different visual one that, again, you can move wherever you want. The last option down at the bottom left is record narrator video. Narrator video gives you the ability to play a pre-recorded video, put it inside of a bubble, and put it on top of anything that you want to. So, as an example, if I was doing like a market update in real estate, I could open up my webcam, have my teleprompter, deliver it to camera, everything I want to say, save it into Dubb, and then when I open up Dubb Narrator, I take that video from my video library, puts it in a bubble, and then I just put it on top of whatever I want. So I pull up the Market Update website, put it on there, and then all I have to do is just scroll around, point things out if I want to, and I let the pre-recorded version of me do the walkthrough. So what you would do is select narrator video down to the bottom left. It takes me right in here to my video library like we did. Select the video that you want. Let's pretend this is the one I want. And then all you have to do is click record, and then the pre-recorded version of you will start doing the talking and then walk everyone through whatever they'd like to see. And you can pause and resume, and then you click the check mark, and you got your clip. Now, when you're ready to combine all of these clips together into one video, you're going to select the edit button all the way to the right. It's going to merge them all together. And then at this point, right here within the desktop app, you even have a little editing section here. So just like we saw inside of Dubb, you have that as an option right here. You also can select this little button here, which gets rid of all the silences in your videos if you want to do that. You can download the MP4 version now, or you can upload it into the Dubb platform and download the MP4 later if you need it. The only time I download the MP4 before I hit upload is if I'm doing like a long YouTube video and I have a lot of clips. And if I have a lot of clips, I'll always just download each clip if I know it's going to be a long one. But if it's not long, then I think you'd be okay just by hitting upload. But if you want to totally be sure, you can just download the MP4 before if you want to do that. Now, the last kind of recording that we have is going to be the Dubb mobile app. So the Dubb mobile app is very similar to the desktop app because it's a clip recorder as well. The cool thing about the mobile app is obviously it has amazing cameras on it, and there's some other cool little things that you can do. So right here is going to be what the mobile app looks like. So when you have the Dubb mobile app, you're going to open it up here. Here's the mobile app. To record, you're going to tap the blue camera icon right there at the bottom. So when you open this up, when you first open the mobile app, it's going to be defaulted for a minute. So I'm going to slide mine over to 10 so I don't get cut off. I'm going to hit record by tapping the circle at the bottom. And now I'm recording. You can see the timer here, and you can see the timer up here at the top. I also can pause this recording by tapping the pause button right over here, stop it, click it again to resume. And then to finish the recording, you just tap the circle and it finishes it. You're going to see the clip show up right here in a second. There it is. So just like we just saw with the desktop app, clip recorder with the mobile app. And this clip has been automatically downloaded to my phone. So I have it in my photo video area if I need it. I'm going to tap the record button one more time because I want to have a couple clips in here. Each clip has to be at least 2 seconds to register. I'm going to tap the circle again, and there is the second clip that I've recorded. Now I can physically move these clips around. I can take my finger, hold one, slide it. I also can tap a clip individually. And when I do, I can delete, trim, and if I select the edit button, this is where I can add music. As you see the icons to the right, I can click the music icon, select from a whole library that we have to add music. I can click the text icon, add that hook that we talked about that I showed in the beginning. You can put it wherever you want on the screen. I can do a voiceover if I'd like to. I can speed up the action. I can add burned in subtitles here or at the end, or I can do a voiceover at the end. So you have all these little options on every clip. Now over here to the right, what do these things do over here? So if you select the tooltip at the top, click it once, it's going to give you the titles here. And then just click it again to close it. And then I'm going to add a countdown timer right here because I like having a 3 second one. So I hit 3 seconds, click record, and now I have that 3, 2, 1. I'm getting ready to go, and I'm ready to go. Now, if you're doing a walk and talk and it's a little too all over the place, like herky jerky, gonna make someone feel nauseous if they're watching it, go right here to this button, and that's video stabilization, low, medium, or high. And it basically will take it from going like this to more like this, like you're using kind of a gimbal if you were recording. If you want to use a teleprompter on the mobile app, it's this one right here. So when you select that there, again, you're going to click in here to create new script or type the script title or just keep scrolling till you find the one that you want. And then here's going to be the speed. between 1 and 10. You can hit the play button, see if you like the speed. Now, if you ever find that your eyes are not staying at the top where they should be, either increase the speed so the words meet your natural speaking speed, or move everything up with the guardrails right here. Slide it up, and then there's nothing to look at down here. You got to keep your eyes right at the top. If you want to edit it, excuse me, if you want to edit the script, you can click the pencil icon here, make some changes if you'd like to, and then click save. Now, if you have an iPhone, this is an option for you. If you click the gear icon, select auto track, and now you have voice recognition like we looked at earlier. So when I hit record, it would be like this. Cold calls are dead. Cute, real cute. But so is ignoring your CRM reminders. And then you can hit stop right there. So you have that as an option if you have an iPhone. Now, if you want to shoot landscape, all you do is just turn your phone and it adjusts just like this, whatever like that, if you need to do that. And then to close the teleprompter, tap the X to the top right and it'll close it. Now, if you ever recorded a video outside of the Dubb mobile app, you have it on your phone, but you want to add it here. All you have to do is go to the folder button here, find the video you recorded, and click Add Clips, and you drop it right down in here, and you can move it wherever you want to. If you want to physically record your screen, it's this button right here. If you want to use filters, this little one right here. And then you can go black and white, you can go skin smoothing, you can do a different color variations, just kind of scroll through and see what you like. And then this one right here is picture in picture that we talked about and showed in the beginning. So when you select that here, it's going to show what's in front of you, hit record, and now you're able to move yourself around and you can make yourself bigger, smaller, zoom into the background, back up, anything you want to do. The last part down here is going to be the virtual background. So that's where you would take screenshots on your phone, you select that, it drops it behind you, all the stuff I showed in the beginning where you can have properties, real estate, sites, profiles, whatever you want. And then when you're done and you're ready to combine all these clips into one video, select the blue button at the top right. That's going to merge everything together. And then you're going to have a finished copy on your phone of that finished video. You also will have the ability right now to upload this video into Dubb. All you have to do is select the blue upload button, and that will save it into the platform. Now, in the mobile app, you have some other stuff you can do as well. So in the main area here, you have a video library right here. So if I want to send something, just tap the video you want to send. There's a blue button right here, click share video, tap copy for email, copy to clipboard, and then all you have to do is paste it. And then you can tap copy for SMS, it's copied, paste it. Or you could tap the icons to the top right of the video at the top. The block icon is the email. The paper airplane icon is the SMS. Now we also have an AI writer on this on the mobile app as well. So down at the bottom, there's a little gray brain icon next to the camera. So if you select that there, you can go in here and start doing some AI writing right from in here, and you can save it to scripts. Now we also have the AI writer available on the desktop app as well. So like I mentioned in the beginning, there is an AI assistant in Dubb called Otto. Now, Otto has a lot of cool things that you can do, and this is how you can kind of utilize this right here. So, as I mentioned in the beginning, Otto, right here in the dashboard, talk to Otto, say, hey, listen, I need my hooks, like we talked about in the beginning. But you also can set this up like this. So, over here to the right, there's this little profile feature right here, this little thing. So, when you select this here, notice how it says basic in sales. So, let's just pretend I'm in real estate for a second. Let's say that says sellers, buyers. And what I did was I created create profile. So when you do this, you're answering questions to the AI about this segment of your audience. So it's learning about your audience. Then you can choose preferred tone of communication. You even can apply a little writing structure to it if you want to. It's called the have formula. H is open with the hook, A is addressing the needs, V is provide value, E is an extended call to action. Then just click save. So when I show up in here, I'm like, okay, who am I working with today? The buyers, the sellers? Okay, it's going to be the sellers. I have that selected. So the AI is going to know all the stuff about that part of your audience. And then you can just type in here, hey, I want to write an email, I want a video script, whatever you want. And then if it's a video script, it'll ask you, do you want to save it to Dubb? And then you just save it. And you can use it as a teleprompter. So a lot of cool stuff you can do if you just take the time and just create the little profiles here of the different parts of your audience, like we talked about with the preset landing pages. Now, with Dubb in general, in terms of a CRM perspective, we have a lot of different integrations with different CRMs. So if you love your CRM, like your HubSpot or your Salesforce, your Go High Level, here's a whole list of CRMs and third-party centers we have integrations with. Just keep them. Just add video. But if you want to use Dubb, you can. You can upload your contacts with a CSV file into Dubb. You can do task deals and tags. You can do campaigns with Dubb, bulk email and SMS. You can do automation with Dubb. That's part of our Pro Plus plan where you can do drip sequences if you want to do that. So it's really just how do you want to have everything set up? Do you already love the stuff that you have? You just want to add video? Or do you want to have it kind of all in one spot? Now, one of the other things that we do is we also do referrals. So we have right down here Dubb Partners. So if you click apply now, it's going to create a little referral link for you. And the referral link you can share and get a 30% recurring commission on anyone that subscribes to Dubb. So if you guys send me your referral link and I subscribe, you get 30%. And then if I create another referral link because I love Dubb and I share it, you get an additional 10% if I bring someone else in. So 30 and 10. So we're really supportive of the partners. And if you're on a paid plan, you get 4 or 5 people, you got a free account. So just have them come in here to the live training and then share your link with them and then they're ready to go. Now, another part of Dubb that we're working on lastly here is this right here. Let me show you this little preview here. Let me see where we got it. Let's see. Actually, I think we moved it. Did we move it? Yeah, I'll show it tomorrow. I'll leave you guys in secrecy for right now. I'll show it tomorrow. Okay, so let me stop sharing my screen and let me come over here. Let's see, Joe. Okay, Joe had a bounce. Anybody have any questions? Anything on their mind? Anything they saw? Questions on? Anybody? What do we got as we're almost to the top of the hour? Ted, I saw you come in there. I think he jumped in a little bit as we already started. How are you, Ted? If you can hear me okay.
Yeah, I can hear you.
How are you, Ted? Any questions? Anything on your mind?
No, I probably missed some of the more important beginnings, so I'm gonna have to kind of reschedule another one.
Yeah, we have I'll give you this link right here if you just want to take it. Let me put it in the chat. They're all uploaded to our Dub support. It's
Okay, great.
usually within a couple hours, but let me grab let me grab the link for you and I'll put it in the chat.
Sure.
So if you want to click on this and then just save it, there you go. I just dropped it in the chat. And then Bill, what's going on, Bill? I saw you had your hand up. How are you, my friend?
Okay. Hey, I got a quick question for you.
What do you
Really
get?
doesn't pertain so much to this, which you've done. But yesterday I tried to get into the academy,
Oh, Dub Academy?
right? And you don't have the link online. So I did send an email to Darius and
Yep.
said what happened to the Tuesday meetings.
Oh, got it.
And
Okay.
he said, I can't, okay, I was supposed to get an email. So could you I'm just kind of like following up to make sure that I'd like to, I'd like to go to the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, but right
Yeah.
now there's no way for me to get in until I get that link and I haven't gotten it yet.
Let me drop it in right here. Hey, I just dropped it in the chat. Can you see it, Bill?
Uh,
Just click on that and then it'll open up in a separate and then you can join.
okay. Uh,
Do you
yeah,
see it
I
in there?
got it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's everybody, just so you know what we're talking about. That is every Tuesday we do at 11:30 a.m. PST. There's Dubb Pro Plus coaching. So with Dubb we have Pro and Pro Plus. And if you have Pro Plus, there's founder coaching once a week on Tuesdays. So Ruben and Darius, they have their own curriculum. They have a little form you can fill out called Open Mic about your business. They chat about that. So it's kind of like a deeper dive into some other elements that they teach. So if you want to be part of that, it would be Pro Plus, and then that would be part of it. If anyone's in real estate, I know somebody had asked earlier, and I dropped it in the chat, but I'll do it again. If you're in real estate, every Wednesday we have a webinar that Darius runs. It's our real estate one, Wednesday at 11:30 a.m. PST. And then on Thursdays, like I was mentioning, the partner stuff, the referral stuff, 30% recurring com, that's on Thursdays at 11:30 a.m. PST. So it's kind of like the TV lineup, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Anybody else?
You're the man.
Yeah, thanks, Bill. Appreciate it.
Thanks.
Thanks. Well, I'm not the man today. I tried to go live, but for some reason there was some issue with the live. So the people that were watching on live were like, wait, where is everything? Sorry. Got to figure that out tomorrow. Maggie, I saw you in here. Hey, Maggie, if you can hear me, if you have any questions, anything on your mind, I saw you kind of came in. You can hear me, Maggie?
Yeah, no, I'm just checking it out. So, yeah, this is very interesting. A lot of information.
Yeah, yeah. If
I
you
need to re-listen to some of this stuff again. Yeah.
well, the biggest thing to do is if you try to figure out like we always talk about use case. So if what's your industry, Maggie? What do you do?
I'm in the wellness industry.
Okay. So if it's basically looking at the people you reach out to and decide like how do I want to reach out to them? Like from a style perspective first, right? Do I want to sit at my webcam? Do I want to hold up the phone like I showed before with the message? Do I want to be in a bubble on a page walking through something? So it's really just deciding what's the message and how do I convey it? And then it's just about delivering it. So that's something where when you come into these live trainings, and we have some time, I can ask you like, hey, I ask you right now, like, how do you reach out to your prospects?
Well, I've been doing, just individually. I'm actually in direct sales too with the wellness company is what I should say. And
Okay.
so I've been reaching out, through Alignable. I've been using some other sales technique or platforms, and then just, networking
Okay.
basically.
The networking part of it, is it in person, online? Is it all the above?
Both.
Okay. If you're in person, do you remember when I don't know if you saw in the meeting, did you see the picture in picture option I showed with the mobile app? How you can be on the screen? Did you?
Yeah.
Yes, you saw?
Yes.
Okay, that's a really good one to do when you're at the events because you can record some cool footage with you there, and then whoever you meet, you could send that video out, or to your audience or to your contacts that you have. Because I was at this great event, and then you can have them take an action, maybe something you learned there or something you did. So that's the mobile app is definitely useful for that. When you're reaching out, is there something you're trying to show, like as far as your hook? Like if you reached
Well,
out.
what I'm trying to do is to get them to take a look at information, basically setting up an appointment.
Okay. So the goal is for them to book with you. Book a time.
Right.
Okay. And then I would say if you haven't done this part yet, the biggest thing we always talk about is the hook. What's your hook? Like why should I watch the video? So once you figure that part out, then it's do you want to sit in front of your camera holding up the whiteboard with that message? Because remember, it's about that first 3 seconds. What are they seeing? You know? Or is it about you being in a bubble, maybe on the website that has the things you're talking about, the most interesting thing and fact about it? Like with health and wellness, like maybe there's an article you pull up and there's a screenshot of something or a part of the article that you're pointing at that's part of your hook. Like, have you heard about this or seen this? And then it opens up and say, listen, that's a big part of why I'm reaching out. And then we do X, Y, Z, that kind of thing.
Sounds good.
Yeah, yeah. But just it's just that way. Dubb does a lot of stuff, but it's just about figuring out what's your hook. How do I visually want to reach out to someone? That's really the first two things you just got to figure out.
Okay.
And we have an email too. Like if you want to, it's called feedback@Dubb. I'll just put it in the chat right here. So if you want to send a test, if you want to pretend like I'm a prospect, you can send one over to feedback. And once you learn how to do what you want to do, we can give you feedback and make the adjustments from there.
Okay.
Yeah, cool. Well, good to meet you, Maggie.
Thank you.
Yeah. And then anybody else before we go? Anything on anyone else's mind before we head out on this was it Tuesday? Today's Tuesday, right? Tuesday. Cool. All right, everybody. Well, thanks so much for showing up. We're going to try going live tomorrow, see if it actually works. All right, everybody. Take care.